How's it going, everyone? Got a ton of JRPG updates to go over in this video. Big game finally going gold. We have the price point of another recently announced JRPG, and we definitely got to talk about all the news surrounding E3 of 2023. Not surprising news, just a little unfortunate. First of all, Final Fantasy XVI has officially gone gold ahead of its June 22nd release date. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, kinda early for a game to go gold. That gives me a lot of confidence that the development of this game has gone pretty smoothly. Usually you'll hear a game going gold about 6 to 8 weeks out, so maybe 2 months out. Now you're talking almost 3 months out from the release of FF16, the game is going gold. But I've been saying it, like, this is one of those games that they've been giving us consistent updates at it. At no point did I feel like this game was in development turmoil. Sure, there was a period where they weren't giving us an official date, but they revealed this game in June of 2020, so for it to come out in June of 2023, that's a 3-year turnaround time from the reveal of the game to the release of the game, and for a mainline Final Fantasy game, 3 years is pretty darn good. Like, let's be real, Final Fantasy Versus 13 was like a decade, so 3 years is quite a lot less than that. I know that Versus 13 had quite the tumultuous development cycle, so it's not really a fair comparison. But nevertheless, I think a 3-year turnaround period for Final Fantasy XVI, given what we went through with FF15, I would say that that is kind of a home run. Do remember that going gold means that the game that's going to be present on the disc, that is finished. So the game is now being printed onto disc, the packaging's being created, all that kind of stuff, it'll be shipped out. But the development team is still going to be working on things such as day one patches, future patches, bug fixes, things of that nature are still being worked on. I don't know if they're gonna do any kind of DLC content and things of that nature, but that remains to be seen. There's talks about the game coming out on different platforms. If it does come out on PC, maybe even Xbox, although I would put an Xbox release at this point, I'm not all too sure about, just because it seems like a lot of games from Square Enix have been missing an Xbox release, which we'll talk about one of them in a little bit. But nevertheless, FF16 officially going gold now, due out June 22nd, so excited for the game. We're hearing around 35 hours for the main story. Maybe if you really rush through it, it'll be a little bit quicker, but as you guys might know, Final Fantasy games tend to have a lot of additional content, and if you do want to go for the full 100%ing of the game, that is going to be quite the bigger undertaking, to say the least. But again, the game is out June 22nd, one of the major releases of the year, and to be perfectly honest, this was going into 2023 my most anticipated game of the year, but I'll be damned, it's gonna be a hard fight to dethrone Resident Evil 4 Remake as my game of the year right now. There's a lot of exciting games coming out for the rest of the year. When you look at FF16, when you look at, games like Spider-Man 2, we'll see how that turns out, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, there's a lot of exciting titles coming out this year, but RE4 Remake, for this early portion of the year, definitely one of the front runners for Game of the Year from my vantage point, and you look at the reception right now, I think most people are going to be in agreement with that. Moving on from that, do quickly want to note, Live Alive will be coming on April 27th. We talked about that, free demo available now. I do also want to note that for PlayStation Plus subscribers, the game is 20% off right out of the gate, and that would put the pricing at $40. Honestly, if you like these styles of games and you're looking forward to this game, $40, not a bad pickup at all for day one, because bear in mind that Square Enix titles, these niche JRPGs, they tend to hold up in price for quite a while. You look at Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, that is still going for $25 on sale. Nier Replicant, still going for $30, and we're 2 years removed from the release of that game, so, the best I see Live Alive going, as far as a discount goes, is at some point, maybe it'll be 50% off, which will take it down to $24.99, but I don't even foresee that happening, within a year, so $40 for it. If you like these styles of games, that might be worthwhile as a day one pickup. Now, it should be noted that Square Enix and PlayStation seem to have a very good relationship right now. A lot of these games are getting added to PlayStation Plus Extra. While I don't expect Live Alive to be added to PS Plus Extra anytime in the near future, by let's say fall of this year, could I see this game added to Plus Extra? Absolutely, I could see it added to Plus Extra, given that we got titles like Neo The World Ends With You, and that's another game that goes for $30 still, even though, we're coming up on the 2-year mark since that game has been out, so something to consider there if you are a Plus Extra subscriber, that the game might end up on Plus Extra at some point, and I see that very, very likely. Lastly, I do want to talk a lot of the notes and news about E3 2023. Unfortunately, it has been canceled. Now, I have a lot of memories and fond memories of E3, but we'll get to that in a second. I do want to note the official statement that they made. This was a difficult decision, but because of all of the effort we and our partners put toward making this event happen, but we had to do what was right for the industry and what's right for E3. That is coming from E3, ReedPop Global Vice President of Gaming, Kyle Marston Kish, said in a statement, "We appreciate and understand that interested companies wouldn't have had playable demos ready, and that resourcing challenges made being at E3 this summer an obstacle they couldn't overcome. For those who did commit to E3 2023, we're sorry we can't put on the showcase you deserve and that you've come to expect from ReedPop's event experiences. The Entertainment Software Association and ReedPop will continue to work together on future E3 events." So it seems like the door isn't completely closed for E3, but man, I don't really know if there's any salvaging E3 at this point after all of those companies pulled out. And you look at what Jeff Keighley's doing with Summer Game Fest. Now, I have to say, the timing of that tweet, like right after the announcement of E3 being canceled, I don't know about that tweet. Like, I laughed at it, but I'm a scumbag. So, like, my opinion in that regard, like, shouldn't be that serious, but pouring salt directly on the wound as far as E3 is concerned. But, you know, Keighley is right. Like, Summer Game Fest is that event for the summer, and when you have titles like Elden Ring being showcased at a Summer Game Fest, like, that is the destination event for, you know, game reveals during the summer. And now you have all of these other publishers doing their own thing, and developers where, you know, it's a lot. It's as impactful, I would say, as to having an E3. Yes, E3 is that one dedicated event in the summer, and there's a lot of excitement surrounding it, but you've got a lot of other events that are happening throughout the year, and there's no timeline, or no specific timeline that publishers really have to adhere to. They kind of can work at their own pace. They can put the dates where they want to, like Sony with their State of Play. They can do them when they want to. Again, I have a lot of fond memories with E3. I still remember E3 of 2015. I remember that crowd erupting when the Final Fantasy VII Remake was revealed. In my opinion, one of the greatest E3 moments of all time. And there was definitely a lot of moments from E3 that make me incredibly nostalgic. I remember, like, E3 of 2009 that I thought was rather good, and there's been a lot of, like, great moments from E3. There's also been, like, let's be real, a lot of lackluster moments. Like, do you guys remember, like, that 45-minute segment they had on PlayStation Move? Like, I think it was Wonder Book or whatever. Like, yeah, stuff like that wasn't great, but, like, you know, sometimes we look at the past with a lot of fondness and a lot of nostalgia, and I would rather remember the FF7 Remake reveal rather than the 45-minute PlayStation Move and Microsoft Connect demos, so to speak. So, you know, it is what it is, but it's not like the fervor and the excitement of gaming in the summer is gonna go away with. Like, you're still gonna have Summer Game Fest, you're still gonna have all of these other publishers having their own events. You know, Microsoft is gonna have their own events, Sony's gonna have their own events, and I believe Ubisoft has already announced they're doing something on their own. But yeah, unfortunate, but it is probably best for everybody involved. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, Final Fantasy XVI has officially gone gold, so that June 22nd release date looks like that's going to hit. Live Alive will be coming on April 27th. A demo available now, and it will be $40 for Plus subscribers. I think that's a pretty good price, all things considered. And E3 2023 has officially been canceled. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.